what we've done at Gloria Jeans in the early days, we had to start putting on paper our vision, our mission and our values, and then start to put a business plan together. When we bought the world, we had to build 2 business plans, one for the Australian operation as a master franchise, and the secondly for the whole worldwide brand. The bank certainly wanted to see that, so they could do their sensitivity studies and have a look at it, had we thought about the issues and what could happen or couldn't happen. And we had to build 2 major business plans, which is twice the effort instead of 1. But before we ever opened a store, and in fact, with my partner and I worked through vision and mission and values for the company, and before we went to the US, and then when we got the brand, we started to evolve it a bit tighter. Let me just read. And we actually had 2 missions, 2 visions, 2 missions, and 2 lots of values. You may say that's a bit weird, but it actually isn't, because we had the company that bought the rights, so we had a vision, mission, and values for the company internally. Then we had to develop one for the actual stores, for the franchisees, because the store as a retail outlet to the customer would operate at a different level to the company that we had. I haven't got time to go through both those. I'm going to go through the ones related to the Gloria Jeans store. And our vision was this: Gloria Jeans Coffees will be the most respected and loved coffee company in Australia. And when we bought the brand for the world 3 years ago, we took out Australia and we put the world in there. So Gloria Jeans will become the most loved and respected coffee company in the world. When you had nothing, and when the coffee industry was small and all over the place, that might have been ambitious, but it was something we worked towards in our own mind. Whether we ever achieved it in a lifetime, that's where the journey we were on to, and that's what we were going to compare everything to. Then we developed the mission statement, and the mission statement was Gloria Jeans Coffees is committed to building a unified family. So we saw not only our staff, but our franchisees, their staff, our supplier partners as part of that family, who consistently serve the highest quality coffee and provide outstanding and personalised service in a vibrant store atmosphere. And that's what we aim for and don't compromise. There are individuals in stores who will let that down. There is an odd franchisee that will let that down. But you work with them and say, that is what we're aiming for, that's what you've got to achieve. And those that don't come on the journey will eventually leave, or they'll go and do something else, or whatever it is. The values that we then added to that were these: a partnership based on integrity and trust. So a partnership between the company and franchisees and between supplier partners was built on integrity and trusting each other. And you know, when the fire raged through the company and burnt the whole thing to the ground with 92 stores open, it was the suppliers and those that we had relationships with who said, we'll stay with you, we'll keep supplying, and we know we'll get paid sometime. That's when you know you've built relationships, because in many cases people will stop supplying because they don't think they're going to get paid. But they actually work through the journey with us. And when you have a partnership around that, people want to be part of that journey. The second one was commitment to excellence and innovation, to do everything we do as best as possible and to continually innovate and be the leader. Number 3, a culture of joy and passion, that people should be able to enjoy the journey and be passionate about working and being part of a product they really like. When you have that, people want to join you. And number 4, belief in people building and changing lives. The whole purpose company was set it up to grow, make money, but to be able to help those in need in the community, to the point where the franchisees, the master franchisees, our staff and the company itself, we're now sponsoring 400 children with compassion in a village in Brazil. It all started small, but it grew out from a small thing. And we put a store in a women's correctional centre out at Windsor. The state government asked us, would we do it? You'd wonder why you do that. You know, having money, making coffee, selling cake for visitors and people that work there, but it trained women in a career. And we found out that when you train women in a career before they come out, they hardly ever reoffend. So it's actually making a change in society, and having Mercy Ministry money boxes and leaflets in store and partnering with them to run Cappuccino for a Cause weekends, 50 cents from every cappuccino. So part of that was to not only build that within the company, but to encourage other people to come on the journey and to support those things. The interesting thing, and Tony referred to it, is that when New employees, it's explained to them what the vision, mission and values of the company. I'm aware of two. There might have been others because I'm not day-to-day there now, but over the years I've known two people that have come for interviews who've then sent emails to say, we do not want to join your company because we don't believe in the values. Now, some people got upset. I thought it was terrific because we found out before they started they weren't on the same bus. And because they're going to create issues, going to be in disagreement with where you're going and what you're doing, and that's only going to, you don't need disruptions and you don't need morale affected by those people. So you need to establish your vision, mission and values. You need to get it out to your staff and to other people you work, and your supplier. Whenever a new supplier, partner comes on board, there I presented the mission, vision and values of the company. So they get to understand the way we work together. And you know, most people want to come on board because of those. They may not quite understand them, but they like the feel and they want to be in partnership.